Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Wednesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, so daily chart. So we talked about the big down move and how this respected the 200-day simple moving average lying in there right around 33, overshot it by about 4 handles. They did not do limit down the other night, and we spent yesterday really rallying as high as 2,700. 2,700 was a really nice area to be short in the overnight. That was a marker that we had in the room. We actually talked about that a little bit in the webinar yesterday, Tony's NQ webinar. Tony Rego put on a phenomenal NQ session for everybody yesterday. Thank you for everybody that showed up. I gave you my 10 cents on these markets before he started, so a really nice event, and we'll do another free webinar in a couple of weeks. But the key for me today is this. You've got 2,700 resistance. They pulled it back this morning and tested the daily mid-band. 60 half at the time was dead pan on the daily, the daily lower band. They were pushing up and off of it. If they get up and over 2,700, then you're looking at the 50 in the 20 area. And then, you kind of get into the whole here we go again type thing. So if you're the bears, it's pretty important that you defend the rounding in the short term. In the long term, we could rally all the way back to the green line. You could rally all the way back to the daily mid band. You got daily mid band here, 2790. You got the monthly pivot at 93, 97. So this up here is the test of the bear's resolve up here. Okay? You had a gigantic move down. You've got to bounce off of that. The bounce is likely going to turn into some type of bear market rally. And out of that, we could get just kind of a one-day wonder, which is what we have here. Or you could get something multi-day. If we get something multi-day, then the destination is up here. Okay? And we're not going to get anything if we can't clear the rounding. Okay? It's going to come right back down. Then you'll have your answer. You'll have your lower high, and then we'll start testing areas back down here again. But if we start to go up and over 2,700, the true test of the bear's resolve, whether this is truly ultimately a sell rallies market or we're going to morph back into a buy dips market, happens between 2,790 and 2,790, 93, 97, right in there. So you can be long the rallies, but until that daily mid-band converts, you have to be long the rallies with an eye towards selling, which means, take your profits, get your risk out, let runners run risk-free, roll up stops, not too hard, but roll them up nonetheless and lock in as much as you can. The biggest issue for me is I don't want people early short, stubborn, and getting run over, because that's what a multi-day bear market rally out of this kind of a drop can do to you. So be aware, okay? The volatility is still fantastic. The room is clicking. If the volatility comes off a little more and stabilizes a little more, it's going to settle into a really nice trading tape. So we didn't trade yesterday until about noon as far as room trades and room setups are concerned, simply because you had a lot of people that were still having data issues. You had a lot of people that, they just couldn't get a quote, and sometimes it's just too fast. And when it's too fast, we're not going to throw people into a trade or give them a setup that they're probably not, we're not going to take somebody and plop them on top of a wild raging steer on steroids and say, go ride that over to the fence and back, and we'll see how it goes. They're going to get their head busted open. So we started trading about noon yesterday, and there were plenty of opportunities at that point. We did very well yesterday, and we shorted against the 78 in the morning, but that was just for more experienced folks. But in the afternoon, you started to really see, after 12 o'clock, you really kind of started to see it calm down a little bit. And I thought last night was very tradable, and so far this morning has been very tradable. if I didn't sleep, there was a really nice long down there in the low 60s. So the other area that was very important was VWAP, volume weighted average price. Volume weighted average price marked higher lows 3 times during the regular session yesterday. It's trying to establish support there now at 77, and we'll see how that goes for the remainder of the day. But the key is 2,700. Can they convert 2,700? And if so, that gives rise to the next leg higher. Okay? All right, everybody have a fantastic day. Come check us out. Had a ton of new people start. It's a great time to start. Come trade these markets with us. We'd love to meet you. I'll be back with a midday update, a wrap-up over on YouTube, Twitter. I may even go live today a little bit and talk about the markets. Take care, trade them well, and I'll talk to you then. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.